keeps up the cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here. We're here on a special Saturday night edition of the 1011. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty savage for all you savage people out there. And who's better to have as a co-host on a savage show than my good buddy Thorson? How you doing, Thorson?
Very well. It's 2 a.m. here, but when my friends need me, and also one of my best friends here is the guest. Of course, I'm gonna stay up a little bit later.
Right, and we appreciate that.
we both do. Yeah.
And of course, our guest of the hour, his first time on my channel, so I'm very appreciative of it. We have Jeff, the Cantonese Comic Kid. How you doing tonight, sir?
Not bad. And I know everybody wants to see one book, and I know that's going to be probably the first book if you guys can't
get it out of the way. Right?
Get it out of the way.
So before we get to the books, Jeff, what I like to do is we're going to have you give a quick 1 or 2 minute synopsis, who you are, what your channel's about, what you do on YouTube. We'll say hi to the chat, and then we'll come back to you for your first book. And then while you're showing your books, Thorson and I will interrupt with things we want to know or ask, and we'll keep going.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. A little bit about myself. I started YouTube probably about 4 years ago now, just to find like-minded people like Gary and VV here that likes, like Frazetta, like Vampy, like, Conan, like pretty much fantasy art stuff, but like a little bit of everything. But I found Steve and everybody else too, so that's pretty neat to have a little group of friends that actually go out to hunt with, like Sean in the chat now. So, but that's pretty much how the channel came to be was. And then another thing that everybody knows me for is the Cantonese Comic Wednesdays. I've been slacking on it, but it's coming back eventually. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do, because anytime I share what Cantonese word people want to learn, it's like 3 people that want to have want to learn something. It's either VV, Smiley Tory, and Captain. It's either one of them 3. So it's like,
nice. and my choices are usually not.
Yeah. So that's how people know me as the Cantonese Comic Kid. Well, actually, Stone Cold Steve gave me the name, because originally it was Jeff Comic 813, and then I go, Steve, hey, what would my boxing name be or fighter name be? And that's how that Cantonese Comics came to be.
Oh, nice! It's a good name.
Yeah.
So when did you actually start collecting?
I mean, my first ever, it's actually in the pile, but my first ever comic book was at 8, but hardcore collecting my early 20s, like 23, 24.
Nice. So, all right, I guess, and we'll get into that as we go, but let's say hi to the chat real quick. So first in, as always, we have James Las Cruces. How you doing tonight, sir? Good to see you.
Yeah, well, he's been in there since last night. I checked the chat last night.
We have Hulk Collector 82. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you, sir. We have Unruly Simeon, a guy who will be coming up on the channel soon, hopefully. And
he has a nice collection.
Oh, I don't doubt it. He posts a lot of nice stuff. We have Joe from Anachronic Comics, who just hit 1K subscribers, so congrats to Joe. We have C. Bizzle. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you. Cali Comics. How you doing tonight, sir? Nice to see you. We have, who else in here? We have Sean's here from Puff Comics. Nice to see you, Sean. Thank you for coming, sir. And and Keep On Collecting has joined us all the way from Australia. Nice to see you, gents. Thank you for showing up. One of the funnest channels on YouTube. Those guys are great. All right, so we'll keep saying hi to people as they roll in. So for now, let's get started with your first book, Jeff, and why it's a favorite.
All right, first one's gonna be this book that's called Vampirella 1 by 7-0 Vampy 1. So there's a little story. Yeah. There's a story behind this one. Actually, Steve got me a 4.5 originally. AOK'd me a 4.5. Yeah, AOK'd me a 4.5, and then I won in the contest. I won first Spider-Gwen. So no really attachment to the other book. So I ended up trading Steve's 4.5 up to this 7-0. So
Nice.
yep.
And that presents so beautifully, and probably one of the most
Yeah.
iconic Frazetta covers.
Well, honorable mention would be if you own this one, you have to own the Alex Ross one too. That's the butt shot, so you have to own this one.
Right.
Yeah. If you're gonna own this one, you have to own this one.
I know that was such a great precise mirror shot of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Frazetta in the front and Ross in the back.
Yeah, but the big thing with this one was what was it? Trina Robbins created the outfit. So the funniest thing was he didn't like the outfit. Frazetta didn't like it. When Frazetta got it back, Frazetta took the outfit off of her. So there's a nude one the original is nude floating around.
Oh.
Yeah, that one is also very beautiful.
Yeah. It's a nude. There's a
you can never
and then
go wrong.
Yeah, and then what is it? Forrest J. Ackerman actually had it recreated, and he has a painting recreated. It's his sister. It's her sister. It's Draculina on it.
Oh.
So there's a painting. Yeah, there's a painting from Forrest J. Ackerman floating around. That's Draculina on the cover instead of Vampy.
Yeah. But compared to those, like the Vampire #1 magazine is a bargain.
Yeah.
Keep on collecting says Vampirella is sweet and he needs an action figure of her.
Well, they just came out with one.
There are action figures,
but they're so overpriced.
Yeah, there are action figures. Yeah,
nice.
There are action figures of her, but early '90s ones.
Now, one just recently came out. They did
with
Spaghettery, with Vampirella, and with Red Sonja. But those are an action figure shouldn't cost more than $20. And
not only that, but I didn't really like the head on Vampy is okay, but it's a little weird. So both of them are a little weird.
And she has some nice statues out too.
Mm-hmm. Got one of those. The one that actually in the case.
Nice. So, all right, so great start.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking you who made that Vampirella line. He wants to look it up. The
Vampirella line is made by who is it? More Action Collectibles. MORE. More Action Collectibles.
And as you can see, this was in a time when Harris still had the rights to Vampirella before Dynamite got them.
Well, Harris really shouldn't have done what they done, and then they would have probably kept it.
Ooh, there's some history there I don't know about.
Yeah, well, because if you're a hardcore Vampy fan or hardcore Warren Publishing fan, you would say 112 would be the last issue. But if you're a hardcore Vampy fan, it's 113. Because there's 113, and 113 isn't published by Harris. It's published by Harris. It's not published by Warren. So a lot of people argue about if 113 is the final issue. So.
Oh, gotcha. And Steve Whiting has joined us.
Hey.
He's over at HeroesCon. Nice of you to join, buddy. All right. Matthew saying thank you, Jeff. All right, so let's get to number 2. I mean, you can't start better than Frazetta and Vampy 1. Right. That's a good start.
Right. Number 2 would be my favorite childhood movie. It would be Big Trouble in Little China. Ooh. And then I actually got this signed by James Hahn. And actually, he signed it in Cantonese too. So he signed it in two languages.
That's really cool.
Yep. So he has it right under the hand is James Hahn, and then is Cantonese name on the side. But the slab is even funnier. Signed by James Hahn and Lo Pan. It's the same person. But it's the same person.
Says Lo Pan?
Yeah, it actually says signed by Lo Pan. Signed by James Hahn and Lo Pan.
Yeah, that's one of the few occasions when it's really fine to have a signature on the cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then it was really, dude, I spent so much money just to get him to sign a bunch of stuff that day.
But it's what impressive, he's not the youngest person out there, and these are like the memories you can create now that will.
And I grew up, and because I grew up with this movie, and then everybody says it's a corny movie or whatever, but I actually loved it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, but it's
because
corny because it's supposed to be corny. There's a difference.
right, right. Yeah, but it's one of my it's one of my favorites because anytime it comes on, I would always watch it.
That is really. So Keep on Clicking says it's his favorite movie of all time.
Hmm.
He said
It's
if it was
one of
signed
mine
by
too.
Kurt, someone would have to pick him up. He'd pass out.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be Kurt Russell, and all I'm missing would be the what is it? The guy that created the movie. Those
John
two.
Carpenter.
Yeah.
Carpenter and
See,
yep,
I'm a huge
that would be
Carpenter fan.
yeah.
Carpenter also does a lot of comics.
Yeah, because
like
what was it? The Big Trouble in Little China, the original, the first time it came out in comics was that was supposed to be number 2. That was supposed to be the script for number 2.
You know, it's a great movie, but that's actually my 4th favorite Carpenter flick.
Right.
Because The Thing is number 1.
Right.
They Live is number 2. And of course, I just want to tell you, and I lost it immediately. Prince of Darkness, which is a very
good one.
Yeah, and people either like that or you don't. It's because of the way it's paced, but I love it.
And there's some crazy Alice Cooper stuff.
Yes, but I watch that at least once every month and a half too. All right, so Big Trouble in Little China, dual signed by the same guy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right, number 3, Jeff.
Number 3 would be. Well, let's get the Frazetta one out of the way, Ben.
See, that Carpenter was just in Texas last month for Fright Convention.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And
then this is the
Frazetta.
First Frazetta in comics, and it's Tally Ho.
Issue
1. Yeah, but the funniest thing with this, there's a story behind this one. I told Steve I was looking at one, and then one of our friends had it. One of our friends in Florida had it. So
wow.
hey, I'm looking at this, and then these guys all pitched. I guess Sean, G-Man, all of them pitched in, and got it for my birthday. We had a little birthday get together, and they put it in a nice little bow and box, and they go. Yeah, Jeff had no emotion there when he got the book. I go, dude, that's just my Asian default face.
What a great story though. What a great gift from your friends too.
Yeah. So this was just a great surprise, and friends, even thanks to VV being introducing me to Sarah. Now we're pretty good friends. So that's pretty neat. So
nice.
Once you know Jeff, you can really pick up like the subtle changes in his face that are happiness. So when you watch one of his videos and he's getting AOK and you think, hey, he has no emotions, you really have to zoom in and under like a microscope. You can see the small changes.
But you got to read the smallest little ticks, right?
Yeah.
All right, number 4, sir. That's a good one. The first Frazetta, awesome.
Yeah. Number 4 would be one of my childhood books.
Hold on, we got a question though. What year was Tally Ho?
December 1944. Yeah, December 1944. So before World War II or
ended,
right
before it ended. Yeah.
Before it ended.
Yeah, zoom in to see the emotion of Jeffy. All right. Move along, sir. What's the next one you were showing up?
The next one was gonna be one of my childhood books. I still remember, but my copy was a newsstand copy. This is a newsstand copy. So, yeah. So this was not the original one. I had the original one was probably tore up, but my mom used to own a restaurant, and she had a newsstand right up the plaza from her. So.
Oh, nice.
I made my first couple of bucks and walked to the newsstand and actually picked this up off the newsstand. I remembered. I was probably like 8 years old when I picked it up, and I always thought this was an issue 1 because it says June 3rd. So I always thought it was like, you know what I mean? I always thought it said that's what the date was. It wasn't but come to find out, it's an issue 3 of a miniseries. So.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So this is one of the childhood ones. Yep.
Are you a big symbiote guy?
Not really. I mean, I've been Vampy for a while since I was 17. I went to Vampy, so like Marvel and DC, I lost kind of luster for, but I have respect for it. But
Right.
yeah. So, but that's I'm symbiote. Yeah, because I grew up on them. Yeah, like Spider-Man, like the animated series and all that stuff. I grew up on. So yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
Nice.
yep.
All right, number 5.
Number 5 is gonna be the funniest one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Evil Ernie 1 this is the second, pretty much the second key book that I ever picked up myself, because
It's a good one to have.
yeah, but there was a story behind it. We went to me and Steve actually drove up to Miami to see Hialeah for the first time, or second time, or something like that. But yeah, so we went to a little con. They had two books that I really wanted, was Evil Ernie 1 and Vampy 1, both raw. The one guy didn't want to take cash for Vampy 1. I was gonna offer him cash. He goes, no, I'll take card or whatever. And I'm like, huh,
Wow.
that's weird.
Right.
And then the one thing was, I had an energy drink before and didn't eat nothing that day either. So when we drove up there, so Steve says, all I see is smoke coming out of shit back and forth to two dealers trying to get a deal from both of them. And so how I ended up getting this book was like 200 in cash, I think, and then all the guys forked over like some $10, like $10 books to fill his fill this guy's box, and that's how I ended up getting this.
Nice. Can't beat that.
Nope, could not beat that. And this was a second ever. And actually, VV actually gifted me the first, I think
The
German
German
one,
one, the German version.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the
And
German.
and yes, it's a horror comic. It's let's say like somebody's an evil mass murderer coming back as an undead force.
Yeah.
But it's also the first Lady Death appearance in there, which is
First Lady Death, and then
I always, Lady Death is always a weird character to me because I feel like she's just a copy of Tarna, and then they give her different. They took the way Tarna looked, made Lady Death, and then gave her a different story.
I mean, she has several different
pretty
stories.
much, yeah, yeah.
I'm talking like the physical appearance of her.
Yeah.
Well, because because Brian had a Chaos thing that came out, and even the animated movie where it's her name's Hope and whatever beforehand.
Yeah, and later they changed like the origin with when Avalon had the rights for it, that she's actually from Vienna.
Yeah. And the answer to his question, yes.
But yeah, because you're a collector, but you're also mostly a reader, right?
Both. I'm more. I was a reader at first, and then meeting Steve, meeting BB, meeting everybody. Now I'm more. Ooh. Collect whole series now, because I used to only collect if I liked the read, I would collect the whole run. But if I didn't like the read, I wouldn't collect the whole run. I would the first couple issues and the last issues.
Right.
Because
that's the hard part. I'm a run collector, so if I like a title, I want to be able to get it.
No, yeah. Well, if I like the title, I'll collect the run now. But previously, if I liked it, I would collect it just to read it.
Yeah, Jeff has the whole Vampirella run.
Yeah, I got the whole Warren run, and that's a community. I call it the community run because Lady Fantastic helped. I got a couple of German editions from VV, so VV helped. Like Steve helped. Even Unruly helped. So, and then Unruly even gifted me this. There's a funny story behind this one too.
And real quick, Steve Whiting says hi, Alea, and Bob says hello.
Steve is in the same room with Hialeah and Babs.
Yeah,
that room must be loud.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, so go ahead.
So this was gifted from Unruly Simeon. It was because I was missing an issue, or my issue wasn't as good as the issue he had. He gifted me that issue, and he goes, "Did you check the AOK box completely?" I go, "No, why?" And then because I see a piece of cardboard in there, so I assumed the cardboard was to keep the book from getting damaged or whatever.
Right?
But he goes, "There's something in between the cardboard. Cut the."
Luckily, you didn't throw that out, huh?
Yeah. Lucky I didn't throw it out, and then there was pieces of art in the 2 pieces of art in there, original art. So.
Yeah,
That
it's
is-
now when I
that
put
is
additional
incredible.
stuff in this another comic book, I'm always putting like with a
Yeah.
marker, like a very large on it, like don't
Yeah.
throw away open.
Yeah, open
Because
everything. Now
cookie,
from
like,
learning from Unruly, I open everything,
Yeah.
even if there's cardboard. I open
Yeah, I
everything. now.
gifted Cookie with his last AOK an action figure which was in bubble wrap, and he had to fish it out of the trash later.
Oops.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta just be sure and check everything. You never know what's between something.
right. Now I check everything after that happened.
Joe's saying very nice. Well, bored. Nice to see you, Brad. And Caroline's saying that you're a Frazetta dictionary.
Well, I'm Frazetta and Vampy dictionary pretty much.
And
You guys are Conan dictionaries and
Yeah.
Red Sonja
and
dictionaries.
Jeff is a Frazetta and dictionary.
And together we'll take over the world. All right, number 6, buddy.
All right, number 6 would be Evil Ernie 2. There's another funny story behind this one.
Ooh, I see a big script behind it too.
Yeah, well,
I see
because
Steve's handwriting.
no, it's actually not Steve's handwriting.
Not?
It's actually Thorough's.
Ah.
Yeah, it's actually from when I first started with Robert.
You're talking
Robert
about
Galvin.
Steve Whiting when you say Steve, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve. Yep. So, yeah, but when I ended up, how I ended up attaining this one was another AOK from a community member from Thorough, from Keep It in Thorough Comics.
Yeah,
and,
his channel is it's always interesting. It never gets boring. Like he's digging where other people run away.
Yeah, but well, because you guys remember when I started with Robert it was the comic book with the Hook show or whatever it was originally. So when I started with them, I heard that Thorough had this book. I go, oh hey, but I started talking to Thorough about, and then Christmas that year when I started with Robert, he ended up sending it for me for Christmas, as a Christmas gift. Another one that I didn't know he sent anything. He messages me. He goes, "Did you check your mailbox yet?" I go, "No, why?" And it was like I think it was like a day, like almost before Robert's show or whatever, like 12 o'clock or whatever, because I didn't think nothing came in the mail today, or whatever that day. So I go check the mailbox. It's in the mailbox pretty much. So this is how I ended up obtaining issue 2.
So basically, now you're well known for being famously hard to AOK something to.
Well, yeah, kind of.
You may not.
Well,
You may be sitting there for a year or two. Who knows?
Yeah, or not sitting there a year, but just not knowing.
All right, number 7.
Number 7 would be
Eddie's saying, "What is the new Cantonese word of the day?"
New Cantonese word of the day. Let's see. What Nehoma means how are you? How are you? Nehoma. So
There you go, Eddie. Nehoma.
yeah. And wrong one. Hold on. Aha. The VVAOK Joe Jusco, good. Joe Jusco, the Bloodlust foil edition. I actually got Joe Jusco to sign it
Wow.
and got a 9.6 out of it. So that's kind of cool. The only one on the census.
Yeah, those Vampire Splitter comics. I think those were the foil ones, were the exclusive ones for the comic shops here. Those have really like a very interesting foil because it's not too reflecting,
Right.
But you can still see it as foil. It was a very interesting phase in German Vampirella publishing.
And
Yeah,
why does it look like Ashley Williams on the cover with her?
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool though, because I actually sent it in and Jusco signed it. So So we got Joe Jisco's one of my favorite artists. So, and I saw the Stephanie and you grading him too. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, Chusco is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because that whole art series we did was a lot of fun, but she was pretty hard on Michael Golden, and then she ended up randomly running into him at
I watched the whole series pretty much.
Yeah, Michael Golden is really
he's hit or miss,
but sadly very few hits, a lot of misses, especially with the face.
Yeah, I like his Micronauts, but some of his other stuff, his art is just not suited. His style is not suited to the character.
His style is not suited for eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, Stephanie heard us talking, and now she's hi, Steph. Let's see. All right, so that was that was number 7. What do you got? Let's get to number 8.
All right, number 8 would be,
and a beautiful gift, Thorson, to Jeff. By the way,
yeah. Well, that's not the only one. There's a couple of them.
I have some books here for Jeff.
Yeah, and then I picked this up at one of my first cons. Come to find out, it's actually Driscoll's first work because I ended up sharing it on Instagram, and one of our friends, Quest for Legends, actually asked the question, hey, is it really Joe Driscoll's first work? And Joe Driscoll himself answered the question himself. Said he was 17 in high school when this got published.
Wow, yeah. That was his first Kona, huh?
And still very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What issue is that?
Issue number 15 of 15 of volume 2, I think. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Is that volume 2? Isn't that just volume 1 for heavy metal?
I think so, or I'm not. It's hard to find it. Whenever you go looking for it, I had to put like volume 2 or something like that to find it. Wow. I think it's volume 2 of issue 15.
That's a fantastic cover, though.
Yeah, it's so sad that heavy metal is now ruined because Whatnot Publishing got it.
Oh yeah.
That's actually when I canceled my subscription.
Are the stories just bad, Thorson?
I just won't support anything Whatnot.
Yeah. But it's the last couple Tarna series that came out, I thought were really good.
Those were really good. Yeah,
I thought they were fantastic.
They were really nice. The last one.
Yeah, great. I don't know. Just I was really weary about them, and then I ended up loving them. Yeah. All right, number 9, Jeff.
All right, number 9 would be
and fantastic books, by the way.
Thank you. I wanted to change it up a little bit. Number 9. This one is Sarah and Holly Frazetta original.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
You don't have any Sarah art. I'm gonna have to change that at some point.
Yeah. And me and Thurston actually have an original by her, and I got an original by Mom too. So.
And you also gave me one of these, also with Holly's signature and with Sarah's.
Yep. Yeah, that is a beautiful cover.
Yep. So story behind it is Sarah did Red Sonja, and then Sarah did and then Mom did the Wolf. Oh. Yep. And it's homage to Golden Girl, his Golden Girl water paint. So that's
all of Sarah's Sonja covers are beautiful homages to her grandfather with like an old twist. And it was a good time before Black Flag Comics went down the drain.
Yeah.
See a whole collective Kevin saying
not the drain, it went actually down the claim.
DVH.
So we had so I went to the museum. Well, I went to MegaCon not this year, but the year before, and I actually picked up a bunch of them. And got signatures got Sarah's signature on them. And then I gave her one. I go, hey, make sure to send this to Thurston, and because I had a plan of getting him a piece of art done by her and whatever. So we ended up talking about it, and Originally, she was gonna do you a Conan. That's what originally we talked about.
I'd love to see. I'd love to
but
see a
the red
Conan
zone that
from
she
set
sent
up.
me is so beautiful.
No, yeah. But
It
originally, that's what she told me. She was gonna do a because she hasn't done males in a while. She was gonna do a male like a Conan for you, and I'm like, and then when you showed it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Red Sonya. I got. Yeah, so that's I thought this was a cool one, but since Thurston showed the other one, I thought I'd show this one. Yep.
Oh no, that's beautiful.
Yep. And Holly actually signed it this year at the museum. So yeah, and I had her sign Thurston's.
And Holly is also so creative.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jeff, I also was able to speak with Holly like via telephone,
Yeah.
and we also like talk
Instagram.
about stories, and the whole family very creative.
Death Dealer, you guys heard it, right? Death Dealer 2099.
I did not hear.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a Death Dealer, I guess, miniseries by Opus again. It's the Death Dealer 2099. I'm interested. I'm curious. So
Right?
I'm
And that's
gonna
going to
pick
go
it up and read
alongside
it.
the regular series is still ongoing.
No, no, series is stopping at 50. I think stopping at 50. The storyline is stopping. This storyline is
Okay.
stopping
I
at
did not know
15.
that.
Yeah. I
Because I
think this
just got my
storyline.
Mothman this week too. A couple copies of that.
Yeah, Mothman is the newest one, and
Yep.
Mothman is only gonna be a mini, and then Fire and Ice is gonna be like a little mini too. So
But over Dynamite.
yeah. So
Right.
well,
That's
let's
the
hope
thing
that
that gives
Dynamite.
me pause.
Yeah, but let's hope Dynamite pays her.
Yeah.
Right? But man, that artwork for Fire and Ice looks amazing.
Oh yeah. The
I
artwork inside. I love the artwork inside right now. I saw all that artwork.
ordered so many covers.
Yeah, don't worry. I did too. And then there's supposed to be signed editions. Sarah's supposed to be going to CGC to sign and New York Comic Con and San Diego this year. That's why she's been super busy. That's why she hasn't answered anything.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, so let's get to number 10.
Number 10. Let's see. Number 10.
Are we already at 10? Wow.
I know, we've been cruising.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going 33 minutes already. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I lost
Number
any
10
track of time.
would be this one was a Bruce Timm.
Yeah,
I got it.
That one is hard to find.
Yeah, last year or the year before, and we were looking for a book for actually Cookie. We actually found the book for Cookie first, and then what was it? Brian points up at the very top. He goes, "Hey, isn't that a Bruce Timm Vampy?" I go, "Where?" I look up and I see this one. I knew it was hard to get. I got a pretty decent deal on this one. So
how
that's
much did you
pretty
get it for?
Like 1 something, and then now it's going for like 3 something.
Because I think I've seen a German seller a while ago who sold it for 100.
Yeah, I got it like for 100, like 120, I think, or something like that. Yeah, so, but this is hard to find it because it was a ratio variant. It was like a 1 in 100 or 1 in 50 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Dynamite just re-released the cover in the Icon series and the Vampirella Strikes. So anybody who wants to get a little bit cheaper, there's a 1 in 10 variant for one of the Vampirella Strikes issues with the reissue of the Bruce Timm cover.
Re-release.
I like Bruce Timm, but I liked when he, like that when it was his style, but more in an adult vein was when I thought he was the best.
Yeah, I like it. This one, but there's Thurston probably knows that cover. It's a black cover that he did that's with her on it, with her mouth open. It looks weird as hell, and I'm like,
I know, but
I hate. That's the one cover I hate the most out of that whole run.
You got Caroline asking if you had the Adam Hughes Vampy.
Adam Hughes Vampy, probably.
Which one? Which one?
Which one? Yeah, I probably do. I just don't know which one.
Because the Vampirella number 1, you have like from Harris, the Vampirella number 1.
Oh, she is sucking her thumb.
Yeah, that one. That's.
Yeah, I got 3 copies because you ended up gifting me a copy. Freaking Hialeah ended up gifting me a copy, and then I ended up getting a copy. I forgot how I got the other copy, but I ended up with 3 copies somehow. I went, oh, okay.
Can't complain, right?
Nope.
Did I already AOK you the number one?
See, I'm
No, I don't. I'm not even sure.
alcohol.
You may okay me so many
Yeah.
things I forget
I
sometimes.
know because I'm also like it's like wait a moment, like
Yeah, and just while we're talking about it, Jeff, Thorson gives the best AOKs, doesn't he?
Mhm. Yep. I got what was it? I got a couple of yeah, I got like a couple of the funniest thing was I shared one and I thought it was a German edition, and then they go, no, it's a French at one of the Vampy
I know the
fan
yellow one, the
fan
blue, the
things,
blue
fan sites or
background,
whatever. All these fans are going, no, it's not a German edition, it's a French edition. All the way down.
I mean, if we got away, French would be German, but that's a difference.
Yeah, but it was funny because I came from you, so I assumed it was a German edition, so I didn't think nothing of it. So when I shared it on the Vampy fan page, they go, "No, it's not. It's a French edition."
See, when I get
everything is German if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Usually, if I get something from Thorson, I assume it's Italian first.
Yeah. That's what they said. It was an Italian edition. I'm like,
He's the one who sent me. Thorson sent me the Italian Conan number one, which I have here. Plus,
yeah, he sent me. He sent me Vampy too. So yeah,
it was the Mexican Conan 24 with Red Sonja on the cover.
There's a Mexican there's a Mexican Warren edition of Vampies. It's pretty freaking funny. I saw that from one of the other Vampy collectors, and it's photo covers of ladies being Vampy, but it's freaking hilarious because it's like B movie type type stuff on the cover, so it's pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Puff Sean wants you to tell the story of Transformers 1 and Kevin Sorbo A-OK?
Oh yeah. So the Transformers 1 and Transformers 1, I got a really good deal on for Thurston at my shop. They were selling it for under market value pretty much. I picked it up, gave it to Steve. Steve packed it up, and then he packed it up with the Kevin Sorbo thing. Was I actually went to our dealer that we deal with, and hey, I'm looking for this book, do you have it or whatever? I was supposed to go with Steve to go pick it up at TampaCon and go to Kevin Sorbo's table, but I ended up getting COVID at the time. So Steve went by himself and picked it up, and then I ended up getting Kevin Sorbo to sign it for him, and we sent it off. My favorite time was he didn't Thurston didn't even look at the Transformers 1. He pulls it out. He goes, he pulls it out and shows everybody on the Sean and his show. He goes, I forget, like I think you said, "Holy shit!" or "Oh."
I think I said "fuck you" to everybody. Like fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Nice.
I asked Steve, I go, should we get him a graded edition or should we just get him a raw? He goes, get him a raw one. It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be probably cheaper. I'll go, okay.
I prefer Roy.
I was gonna say Thorson likes it raw better anyway than graded.
Yeah. So we got him raw, and then we got But the funniest thing was we actually got, because the whole plan was that when we got that crawl book, we didn't even know Sorbo was coming to TampaCon at all until like a couple days. I go, that'd be kind of cool. I go, let's get him to sign call, because since he was the guy for the movie, so I went, let's get him to sign it.
Yeah. And Steve asked me which cover I want. It's like, oh, I want, of course, like the Calder Destroyer cover, number 11, because he's on there with the X and saying the famous phrase, by this X I rule. And of course, that's also what Sorbo said in the movie adaptation, which actually, this is a whole, like, let's just say the movie is like also like a small sport between Conan and Cal, as the first Conan movie is also more of a Cal movie.
Right. They haven't made a movie that's 100% either character yet. They keep combining them, which is frustrating as a fan, because both characters are great on their own merits.
Yeah, it's so crazy how a lot of people just see Cal as another Conan, but it's a completely different character.
Yeah, their whole personalities are different.
Yeah.
The only thing they have in common is they don't wear a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
They were well, like or what was it? LCS Brian. What is it? Loincloths.
See, now you said loincloth. Brian will probably pop in a second.
Probably, yeah. Pop in for a second.
If you say loincloth 3 times, Brian pops up. All right, so let's get to your number 11 with a personal story attached.
All right, this is the funniest one. This one Steve knew I liked this book. We were looking at a couple of these Dave Stevens, Betty Pages, and they go for a pretty decent amount of money or whatever. So
you can see why.
Yeah, but yeah, we go to a store. We go to like one of our shops up here that's in Ocala or whatever. So it's a little ways away. We go to that shop. The guy goes, everything back there that's in boxes are $1. So Steve's digging through a box. Steve pulls this thing out of a box. I looked at Steve. Steve looked at me. He goes, "You've been looking for this cover." I go, and he said everything back here was $1. So I grab it from Steve. I go, yoink! Grab it from Steve. So I grab it from Steve. Then Steve finds another set of Betty Page, Dave Stevens, another set. So I just keep on piling on books on top. So like Steve gave me his pile and Brian gave me his pile. So I paid for the whole pile, hoping whenever the owner saw this book, wasn't going to charge me an arm and a leg for the book. He goes, "Oh, great. You got a great deal or whatever," and everything was $1. I'm like, I got this book for $1.
Right?
Normally did.
Yeah, that's also the trick, of course. When you find like something in a box, never only take that one book out. Always put it within other books,
correct?
So you don't raise awareness.
You don't want to signal.
Yeah. No, but he saw what it was. He looked at it. He goes, "Oh, you got a steal or a great deal or whatever." He said, but yeah. So this was a fun. Yeah, this was like the first time we hung out with Brian and we went out hunting with him because me and Steve never liked digging through boxes in general. We like looking at wall books and stuff like that in the past, but now we just dig through box. After that, I dig through boxes now.
Well, you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing I found was a book that sold for $100. I got for $25. That was my biggest find.
Right.
And it was in near mint shape. Buried in here.
Yeah, this one was a pretty funny one too because he pulls one Betty Page book out, so I expect him to not pull any more Betty Pages. Then he pulls 2 more Betty Pages out of another pot. So I'm like, might as well just throw it all together.
Right.
Yeah. So I ended up getting for $1, and then this book goes for at least like 2 to 3 sometimes, depending on if it's a 9-inch.
And that's $200 to $300, folks, not $2 to $3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right. Let's see. I guess we're to your spec pick now, sir.
Well, my spec pick would be Vampy 1, but if you're gonna pick up anything, I would recommend you guys pick up issue 49 of the magazine run because it's one of her major villains makes her first appearance in this one, and it's her Blood Red Queen of Hearts, and this is one of her first appearances. So if that movie does come to be, I would recommend you guys pick up issue 49 because this might be one of the major villains.
Yeah, because all the channels that never read the Vampirella book will be all talking about Vampirella then.
Yeah, by that time it's too late. So I would, if you guys want to, I would recommend you guys do it now because it's cheaper now to pick this up than whenever this movie comes and then everybody starts talking about villains.
Did you watch the cheesy Vampirella movie they had made back in the 90s?
Talisa Soto.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, originally it wasn't supposed to be Soto. Originally it was supposed to be a Playboy model because Forrest J. Ackerman's actually in it. The guy that created Vampy is actually in the movie. When Teresa's actually walking through the club, he's actually in the club, sitting in the club.
I have a very sweet spot for the movie, especially since the guy from The Who plays the villain. And
the vampire.
Yeah, and he embraces his role in such a hilarious
Roger Daltrey?
Yeah. So, Daltrey plays that vampire in the movie is freaking hilarious.
Yes, this is one of these cases where he totally like somebody totally goes with a role, and it's a. I think it's the movie has its problems, but I still think it's an underrated movie.
Well, there's a lot of movies like that from the late '80s and early '90s.
Well, if everybody hasn't seen it yet, it's on YouTube for free, so you can watch it on YouTube. So if anybody in the chat hasn't seen it yet, so
Well, those were great books, Jeff. I got to say, we haven't had any of those books on the show ever. So you brought
yeah,
all new books, which is fantastic.
I purposely did that one, and then I'm like, am I gonna bring first appearance of Red Sonja? I have the Red Sonja's first, and then her cameo, all that stuff. I'm like, nah, Gary always shows it off anyway. So
Me and Thorson, we got that one covered.
yeah, so I went, they'll be all
But
right.
I think Thorson and I will argue with it. There's no such thing as a cameo of Red Sonja.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that one. There's what is
yeah.
it? Yeah, there's a couple of
23 is
them.
like she's in like the whole book. It's like
Yeah,
like CGC and TBS like totally
no, yeah,
fucked the
but
whole
it's
generation up by with this misleading label.
not only that, but it depends on what you write on the paperwork too. Sometimes too, if you write on the paperwork saying it's their first work or whatever, they'll put it on the slab because that's how the Lopan thing ended up happening. Because
I mean, yeah, we're probably
the,
like
the witness that I had, she had put James Hahn and Lopan signed it. If she didn't put that, they would have just said James Hahn signed it. But since she put James Hahn and Lopan, that's why they put it on the slab.
She is Hulk Collector. It's being shot right now.
It's already shot. It's in post editing and
so supposedly
the teaser should come out.
Dynamite ended up not selling the rights, but ended up selling the script rights or whatever.
I don't think the Dynamite has the movie rights. The movie rights are with Red.
No, I'm talking I read on the
Vampy, yeah.
The Vampy movie, yeah. I read up on the Vampy one. It looks like they sold the rights or something to a smaller company, a smaller production company to produce it, but they're an entertainment company. They're more Dynamite's more an entertainment company than anything.
Yeah, and I think that the Vampire movie is a little bit in development hell currently, where Red Sonja has been since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, it's like every time there's a Robert E. Howard movie, there's something developmentally wrong goes with it.
Right. Yeah. And then the Vampire one was the same thing. Vampire one was the same thing. Yeah, and then the original outfit wasn't supposed to be that low too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there should have been a Vampirella movie back in the day by the Hammer Studios, and Peter Cushing would have been in it.
Yeah.
There's a multiverse where we have a Vampirella movie with Peter Cushing in it. I want to be in that multiverse.
Well, I wanted to show some artists that are some vampire artists that I've really been enjoying. This one's a new one. I think he's a Spanish artist, from Spain or something like that. But he's been doing some covers, so.
Oh wow!
Nice. Yeah, this one I ordered. This one like that. Their little set. So this one I actually seen how he did it. He actually has a model that was holding a loofah, and the heart is a loofah in her actually in her hand.
Nice.
Yeah. So when he did that one, and then he did this one. There's another one that's an homage. Yeah.
Well, what I like is he's got detail in the background. It's not just a portrait.
Right.
There's stuff going on. He's filling up the
right.
universe there.
That's what I've been liking about his stuff too. Like, and I've been talking to him, but since his English isn't good, I can't interview him. Can't interview him as good. So.
All right. So those were fantastic, Jeff. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and showing those to us. Because that was fun. So we're going to start doing our wrap up. So Thorson, what's coming up for you, sir? Anything? I know you and Sean got your Friday show, right?
Yeah, but next week we're having a pause because I'm at a congress. But we come back then the week after. And today we already decided we're going to revisit The Last Dragon, but we're also going to talk Enter the Dragon. So we'll have a nice double feature going on with these two awesome films. Otherwise, just reading comics, watching movies, playing video games, the usual.
Nice. Coming up for me on the 20th, we have Who Dat on the 10/11. So this
That's
Tuesday.
cool.
Turtle
Okay.
Power.
Yeah.
And then we have Shop for Comics on In the Hot Seat, so we can learn all about the Shopverse, which somebody on this panel was made into King Cole.
Like
and
this, X, I rule.
right? Jeff, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, since Mothman just came out, there might be a Mothman review. And then there's might be, let's see, Vampy stuff coming soon. Working on that still. But I've been reading a bunch of stuff, and yeah, so it's so yeah, that's gonna be coming down the line. There's a Frazetta-verse video is supposed to be coming down the line too. Because I did it without a script with the Frazetta-verse one, drove me nuts. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do a script to see if it goes any better because I will get tongue tied on a couple of parts. I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna just do a script and see if that helps.
Yeah. We moved the stream to the 7th of July.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then I know you guys are big fantasy art guys. So Toshin is having a sale on the Masters of Fantasy Art book, that huge book I ended up getting, that really large book. So they're only, I bought mine for like $2 something. Now that they could drop it all the way down to $30. So if you guys want that book now, it's like a 15 to 16 pound book. So
Taschen just released a Schwarzenegger book you can buy for $15,000.
Yeah.
Send me that link, Jeff.
Yeah, I'll send you that link. Yeah, but yeah, they just dropped the book price, but I don't know if the size is the same. I don't know if they shrank the book a little bit to make the price cheaper, because those books are numbered, so I'm not sure. I'm like, dude, I should have just waited until now to get it for $30.
Right? So you got to keep on collecting. Saying great to meet you, Jeff.
Nice to meet you too.
And, Thorson, you saw Sean's comment. Check your DM.
Yeah, already. Like I said, we moved the stream.
And thank you, Kevin, for saying hit that like button, and DVH for saying another good show. But I want to thank our audience. We had a great audience show up. It had a lot of fun. They were talking and keeping it going. It's always great to have a good audience watching. I want to thank you, Thorson, for staying up late and joining the show.
It's 3 a.m. in the 7 minutes.
Well, that's another reason I tried to get you to bed here. And Jeff, thank you so much, man. Those books, I'm telling you, they were so much fun to see. They were great.
Right. You're welcome.
And hopefully you'll come back on again in the future for a second.
I'm down for doing the hot seat. So whenever we're playing a hot seat one out,
we'll get you on there. Don't you worry. We'll get you on.
Yeah.
I think I'm planning out. I think I might have a July date for you for the hot seat because I'm almost scheduled in July.
All right.
Let's see. All right. So, guys, thank you all so much. And as we like to end this thing, keep it casual.